Hi, it's MorningStar. It's been a hot minute since I've been on here, but they said to go live. So as I am settling down, I'm breathing. Just join me if you'd like. The energy is the same whether you watch this now or later. And don't forget to check out YouTube. So anyway, I am going to do my rain stick and we'll see the transformation that takes place when I go over there. Gotta settle those nerves down. Okay, all right. Ote bushkote no to so to sho shati to no ro te heshata e. Ho. Ooh, ote to shia na ata hea. And one more. Wow. Oto shi ano ate ete my grandmother says why more? Ote shikote ano ote shichikate ata e shishana ate chichikate ka eno oto ete ashikate so that the diabosabaratisha adeana e hatauna chichiata. Just take in some breaths slowly and surely. I'm gonna light some sage. I have candles. There's music playing. I do not own the right to any of the music playing. Galactic Counselor here. Grandmother, thank you. Kuan Yin, thank you. Mother Mary. Archangel Michael, thank you. Oto shishahate na etu no shikate uroto hishato na chichikate. So my palms are getting very sweaty. So here it goes. The energy's coming in. Oto sobrote shishate anota ishikate. Right now we're on a far star system. Ato shishisho, they're saying Pluto. No idea tate chichikate anama ashaha idanaha. Taking in a breath myself. Uroto shote ana noto shikana. So, it's Easter Sunday, right? I got a lot to say. It's just, it's gonna be, I'm gonna get it out there. I'm gonna get it out. Okay, so we were born for this timeline. A lot of us, including myself, are dealing at times of being in 5D, 3D. 5D, 3D. Our spirit, of course, is always in. Our higher self is always in 5D. But we live in 3D, go to the store, groceries, clean bathrooms, do whatever we do, right? Clearing, waiting, support, and more blue light and energy. Thank you, and bring in the pink, and let's go ahead and take it on up to the white. Oh, there we go. Tapping into God's source energy in the great I Am. Rest there. Now let's take this energy and ground it deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth. Grounding. Breathe and back up into the echelons of God's source energy in the great I Am. A lot of you know my past. I'm not going to go into it, but we still deal with stuff, man. We get triggered. Something triggers us. It could be a movie line. It could be a smell or a memory or anything. Like sometimes I'll see like my dad's car that he drove, and I get triggered, right? And I'm just like, just stuff, just a barrage of stuff. So my favorite time, of course, to meditate is in the morning. And lots of times it's way early, like 4:30, 5:30. Sometimes they woke me up this morning at 3:15 and I'm up, right? Why? And it's because the 3D has calmed down. Most people are asleep, and it's so much easier to tap into that energy. And whether you just sit quietly or you put on some soft music, light a candle, very important. Incense is, if you want, sage. Let's see if my sage bowl is too hot. So there's been such a quick, decisive, diamond precision clearing and cleaning of the 3D, of us individually, that it comes in so hot, so fast, and so painful that it's like, oh my God, I'm losing my shit. Oh my God, I'm having the worst day. What happened? You know, it's like I meditated, I was calm this morning, and all of a sudden, bam, 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 you're here with stuff. You're like, what the F, right? And it's kind of like breathing through that process. Sometimes we get triggered and we lose our shit and we're cussing, or we get into an argument, or we do this or we do that. You know what? None of that really matters. There is this BS bullshit thing in our realm of what we do as light workers that it's like, oh, I must always be this holier than thou person. I must always walk the earth in peace and don't step on a bug. And, you know, and it's like, okay, great, but... and they're laughing because this 3D crap, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So, first of all, they want to say, let yourself off the hook. Let yourself off the hook. If you want to do yourself any favor in this lifetime, get rid of guilt. I don't care how bad it was, how horrible it was, how horrible you acted, the words that spewed out of your mouth, maybe your actions. Forgive yourself. That's the first thing, to forgive yourself. Lots of times as we are morphing through rage, and then it's like anger, and then sometimes it's like, and then it's like, then there's a grief period, you know, and then there's kind of like a neutral zone, and then as days or moments or hours or minutes, years can go by, and then it's kind of like, oh, I'm doing a bit better. Oh, I have some breath today. Oh, I feel released, right? That can be minute by minute. It can be hourly. It could be daily. It could be where you're flowing high for about a month, and then all of a sudden all hell breaks loose again. Echo next. There's an ad playing, sorry. So anyway, it could be a month. But let yourself off the hook. Let's get rid of this guilt. Let's get rid of this guilt. Something that I want to say that they said to me recently, and it's so simple, but there's truth in it. And everything is energy, right? So let's say you had on an outfit the day before. Maybe you got into an argument that day. Maybe it was not really it wasn't a good day, it was a bad day. Well, guess what? Your clothes hold the energy of that. So they were working with me, and I was like going to put on the same shorts and shirt that I had the previous night, and they're like, don't carry yesterday's woes in today's clothes. It's important. It's simple. It is important. You will feel the effects. And if you are a high vibrating person, or you want to start really vibrating at a really higher, pay attention to those little things. So don't carry yesterday's woes, is what they said to me, on today's clothes. Every morning that you wake up is a brand new day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you are struggling with all these different things. Sometimes it just takes 5 minutes to clear the deck into a peaceful, whether you want to chant Om or if you want to, please go outside and just sit outside. And if you can't, then just make sure the room is quiet, a candle is lit, and breathe. You could listen to a meditation or just quiet down and let the stillness of the void, that dark mass of void of creation, to start gel in front of you and spinning in the energy and that spinning, and you will hear things, you will see things, they will show you things to come. They might show you something that you are pinpointedly dealing with, that you're like, oh, there's the answer. Oh, why am I having such a struggle with this person? There's the answer. There it is. I had to get quiet for like 5 minutes to figure out what the F was going on, right? You know, it's hard down here. I'm not going to tell you a lie and say that it's easy peasy, breezy, wheezy. Yeah, but life is cyclical. 12-year cycles. I'm ending a 12-year cycle right now. I just happened to listen to, White Wolf and I went to Sedona. I went to Sedona my first time back, but in 2012 to now is a 12-year cycle. So things from my past that still would creep in, whether it would be a nightmare or a dream or something, just some kind of situation that you're triggered, you see like a fight or something, even as simple, Gasu's energy and the great I am is so big and so powerful, they can speak directly to you through a TV show. I kid you the F not. I don't know how many TV program, it doesn't matter what it is, that I'll hear one phrase that I was like, oh my God, I needed to hear that today. And it's not like, oh, I watch movies to hear words. It's like, no, entertainment, it's like the day is done, 8 o'clock, we're watching a movie. Well, guess what? They're big enough to talk to you through anything, a radio, a song, it doesn't matter, a book, anything that you pick up, a flower, a cardinals every morning is heaven. It's heaven. It's lots of times it's beloved ones of your family line that have passed over, and if a cardinal shows up for about 15 minutes, which is unusual, pay attention. That's somebody from the other side wanting to just say hi, hello. Okay? All right, let's see where we're going to go next. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. I talked about clothes. Okay, so I just came out of a 3-month hell. Seriously. Dealing with a family member. 3 months of toxic trauma, chaos and trauma on their part, okay? And I invited this person into my home to live because I could, and I did, and they needed help. And White Wolf and I live very, breathe peaceful lives. Our environment is peaceful. The doors are open, the chimes, music, there's always a candle lit, always just kind of in the flow, swimming and then lately, okay, I'll get back to that. Anyway, so I had to deal with a very painful family member that is so close, and I had to make them leave because they couldn't handle this peaceful situation. The first couple of weeks, they were thankful, but then it got into all of this drama and chaos and cooking dinner and pans and pots are clinging and it's like all hell breaks loose. And then it was like, okay, White Wolf and I knew that by the time 5 p.m., we made sure we were out of the kitchen and dinner was done. So we were out of the area and space, right? But it just, no matter what I did, this person was so out of control. And seeing me through the lens of a toxic me from their childhood, that they still see me in that lens. They really don't know who this person is. They haven't spent time with who I have grown into be. Now, I will say this with all responsibility and clairvoyance, or what am I hearing? Clarity. So I was listening to a recording because White Wolf and I had went and just happened to walk into a store in Sedona, and this felt like we were supposed to get this reading. And it was so, and even now, going back and listening to it, it was like, it was so spot on. And it's still so spot on. And she was like, "You're a master." And I'm like, I know I'm a master. The 3D at times doesn't feel like a master. A 3D at times still gets pissed off in traffic, and you want to flip them off, and you can't stand this, or you don't understand this, and I was in such a bad mood yesterday, and especially as light workers, because the intensity is coming in so hard, and we're having to quickly, like athletic obstacle course, quickly get over things, because we know it's like, man, just deal with it, let it go, breathe with it, sit it, and let it go. Just let it go. I no longer want to sit with something for a year. I no longer want to sit with something for a month, a week, or even hours. So, but it's like the severity of, and I say severity in the 3D, but it comes in like purple, purple Blu-ray light that is so intense, but the 3D body reacts, and it's just like, it's almost like this vampire, or this being that is in the dark, right? And then that pure light comes, right? And it's like initially your 3D's like going, and then it's kind of like, wait a minute, hold on. Things are happening in my causal chakra. Okay, hold on, stop, breathe it in. It's okay, cleared, all right, okay, all right. And that's how quickly and how severe the energy is coming in right now, because they are taking us someplace. You're not going to be the same person you are right now that you're going to be tomorrow and next week. Do not wear the same damn clothes every freaking day. Change every single day. It changes the energy. It changes the energy. You want money? You want money? You want money? You want a lot of money? You want money? Change your clothes. It's simple. It's simple. Do simple things. Simple things. Change. As you take those baby steps, change, and gradually, it's like as you take those baby steps, and then it horizons, and then if you follow each finger out, it's such an expansion of horizon that nothing can hold it back. What they have planned for you cannot be stopped. It can't be stopped by outside forces, and you truly, I'm speaking also to myself right now, truly, you can't stop it. You can't stop it from happening, because that's how big they are. They can handle you. You might not be able to handle you. Others might not be able to handle you, but they can handle you because they love you. They know you. And that bright light birthed at the beginning of time. They already saw you. They already knew you. They knew what you were going to do. They know what you're going to do next Tuesday. A month from now, they know you, and they love you, and they don't care if you've had a bad day. They don't care if you've had a bad year. They don't care if you grew up in a trauma-filled home that I barely picked on the other side of alcoholic abuse. I was telling White Wolf a story the other night. I said my father came home one night. It was just my sister and I there. I think I was 13. Came in drunk, mad, angry. He picks up the TV because my sister and I aren't listening to him, and tries to throw it at my sister. Then he was so mad because apparently at some business that he put money into didn't work out. That we had a 5-foot marble table, and he took his fist and he slammed it down and he broke it. Okay, so I'm talking about severe PTSD, trauma, him hitting my mom, beating her up. Okay, so this is my childhood. It's PTSD, tummy problems, and I'm an empath. So not only am I feeling, and I am feeling them, right? And then as a child, you don't know what the fuck to do with this shit. You don't know what to do with them. You're too little to do anything with them. You just want to survive, right? So as the days and the years go by, and as spirit gets a hold of me, and I'm going to tell you this, one night was, as a small child, I think I was maybe 9, and at that time my aunt was staying with my sister and I because my father had divorced my mom and had not yet married my stepmom, and I was woken up. I was in the middle. My sister was asleep on one side of the bed and my aunt was on the other side. Little girls were sleeping with their aunt. I'm woken up. And I look up, and there is an echelon, like a what's it called? Not a landing or what's it called? Like an arena. Like they could look over and look down at you. I'm sorry, I have a loss of words on that right now. Exactly what that word's called? But anyway, they were looking down, and they were all in white. And they were all robed in beautiful, beautiful white, and they were kind of like leaning. You could see their arms and elbows. And I heard this conversation take place. And one points to my sister and says, "That one?" He's like, "No, not that one." That one, pointing to my aunt. I was like, "No, not that one. That one." I thank them for that vision, because that got me through a whole lot of hell. That got me through a whole lot of questioning about why I was here. I don't know how many times I thought, I'm going to commit suicide. And then I thought, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to do that. I have too much life in me. I'm going to eventually grow up, get out of this fucking house, and get my car, turn 16. A whole lot changed when I turned 16 because I was able to get away from that. But I knew that I had a whole lot of life to live. So that's why I didn't. But I could have, because of the circumstances in my family. My nephew, who was 6 months younger than me, who grew up in the same environment, he did commit suicide. He shot himself in the head and committed suicide. We grew up together, like brother and sister. I get a phone call. I'm in an AT&T store one day and my mom calls to tell me. So, yeah, we grow up and we go through things that if it doesn't kill you or destroy you, what's it saying? I never can remember that saying when I want to say it. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Thank you, finally. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So, in growing up with all of these super toxic people, narcissistic, unbelievable OCD narcissistic, like the worst spinning right, just that you could possibly imagine, right? But that was my childhood growing up. Breathe. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee after that. Sorry, I didn't even know why I actually went there. So to tell you, that they love us and they have a plan for each, and if I could point at each and every one of you and look you in the eye, they have a plan for you. It ain't over till it's over. And if you feel like you've been bypassed, you feel like time is running out, you feel like you're just not good enough, or you've made a mistake, or you'll never get to where you want to get to, or any of that stuff, I'm telling you today, please free yourself from it, because it's a blatant lie. Okay? It's a lie. You're going to get there. You're going to soar. Some of you are already soaring. Some of you come from families that had blessed family life. It was awesome. You had wonderful adventures. Kudos to you. Blessings to you on that. Seriously, with all my heart. Blessings to you on that. But they ain't done. They ain't done. And it's getting, the reason why it's intense and the energy is so intense is because they're growing us up so fast. They're quickly. The obstacle course has become more intense, more involved. The whatever wording you want to use, the ride at the theme park is so very intense that you're screaming and you want to get off the freaking ride, and they're like, no, just hold on a little bit more. You're gonna get through it. Breathe, 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 breathe. Calm down. This too shall pass. It's really okay. And I'm gonna do this one thing, because they've been wanting me to go live for like the last month. I personally was grieving what I just came out of with the situation. It was hell. I had to. I'm still healing from it. So I'm kind of like going through the rage and the anger and the grief. Right? It's like a death. Right? A death. You know. And who's going to be the people that are going to wound you the hardest? It's going to be the family bloodlines. It's the bloodlines, or a best friend, or the boyfriend or the husband. They will damage you the most. Just the way it is. It's just the way it is. So as that one meme that is a small child with one arrow in the back, and then here comes this full soldier who's got so many arrows sticking in them, and they've been down to help the child with the one arrow in the back. They're growing us up. We're warriors. Take that into your heart and spirit. Take it in. One thing that they want me to say to you is to not believe the lie in your checkbook. Don't believe it. I don't care if you got $5 or a minus $200. Change happens so quickly, and lots of times they're waiting on you to change mindset, like changing clothes every single day. When you wake up, do you know, it just dawned on me one day. I was like, you know what, I was going through some financial struggles, and I was like, you know what, Gusser's energy in the great I am, I know that you could put it on somebody's heart to show up at my door that I don't know and hand me a check for $50,000. That's a possibility. And when you start thinking in realms of the possibilities of what God Source energy could do, I mean, are you kidding me? Have you looked outside? Have you looked in the mirror to see how grand and glorious and beautiful you are? I don't care. I've got wrinkles. I'm getting sunspots. Who the hell cares? I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. I'm still here. I am still here. I made it through some stuff. Again, I always say this when I come on. It's right there. It's right there. If I could just. So this is what they've been having me do. I'm sorry if I get sidetracked from. I'm trying to just stay with the theme of being point on of what they're saying to say. So please forgive me if I digress. Anyway, back to now I lost it. Hold. So they're waiting on you to change mindset. Maybe your family never had money. Maybe they didn't. Or maybe you came from a family that had so much money that's not a problem for you. I don't know your situation. But if you're struggling, they're waiting for you to change your mindset. For you to just start to believe that you're prosperous. And you know how you believe that you're prosperous? Because you can look at a tree and all of its glory. It's prosperous because it's being breathed on by God's source energy in the great I am. The birds of the air, they're fed. They're fed. They're taken care of. Lion, all of the animal, it's all being fed. It's all being taken care of. So guess what? So are you. You're being taken care of, whether you believe it or not. I don't care how, if you get bills in the mail and it's screaming at you or something's been turned over into collections. I used to laugh and say, I'll send them a $500 Monopoly money and that'll take care of my bill. Because that's what it felt like back then. It was like, I might as well send Monopoly. And, they can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. It's just like, it'll be paid when it's paid, and so be it. So be it. So be it. Because God's source energy has really had to work with me in my own personal mindset to get past the traumatic lifestyle or the traumatic childhood trauma of just the trauma and the PTSD, because they did. And I've told them, I said, if you all don't fix my foundation, I can't go one more step more. You have to fix the foundation of what is me. You gotta fix it. Gotta fix it. Gotta fix it. Or I might as well roll over in the ditch and die. Because if you don't fix it, I ain't going. And then sometimes I dig my heels in. And I like a real bitch and brat. I ain't gonna go. I ain't gonna do it. You want me to do this? You didn't do this for me. I've been through all of it. I've been through the strata of attitude, anger, rage, plummeting the lowest lows and soaring high highs, and more high highs are coming. I know it because they've showed me. I don't know how to make it happen. Once again, I'm at a 0 point creation. It's right there. It's coming. It has been coming. More is coming. And I think lots of times they let you just kind of gel. They just kind of let you settle in to the words that you hear, into the teachings that you listen to. And you study it, you taste it, and you not only taste it and hear it, and then energy, it's like then you start to take it into your body, into the essence of your being and spirit, and you're like, man, like I feel prosperous. I feel really prosperous. I feel prosperous. That doesn't mean I have $1 million in my own personal bank account, or 100,000, or even $1,000, but I feel prosperous. It doesn't matter that I got this off Temu for $8. It doesn't effing matter. I'm prosperous. I am prosperous. Everything that my hands touch turns to gold. So now I'm going to do this. So one day I was lamenting. This is my bill book. So these are all the bills that I have to pay every month. It's a long line. It's a long line. And I was looking at that, and sometimes, some months, I was like, fuck. Are you kidding me? Huh? Are you serious? Might as well send Monopoly money. Ain't happening. No way it's gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. And one day, I was sitting there and I thought, because I have to pay all of those bills, and I do pay all of those bills, I'm prosperous. Because I am paying all of those freaking bills. A switch got flipped. It was a simple switch. I don't care if you say turned on and it flipped, and it was like, oh my God, I'm really prosperous. And then, you buy a lottery ticket and you win $500 here, or you win $100 there, and, just for fun. I don't know. Okay, so let's tap back in. I'm going to light some more sage. Let's see where we're going to go next. Got to bend forward to the trash can. So it's really important. Change your clothes daily. Do not wear yesterday's woes on today's clothes. If you get nothing out of this, do yourself a huge favor and do that. Don't wear it. Change it. I don't care if you like it. Wash it. And then you can put it back on. Sorry, I got to reach for the sage. All right, let's see where we're going. Okay, some purple and white, pearlescent white energy is swirling around right now. Okay, the Galactic Council are still here. Merlin's right there. He's doing something with his. Oh, this is how this. You want to know how powerful Merlin is? He can do this and create big, huge diamonds and rubies and emeralds. That's how powerful Merlin is. Invite Merlin into your life. Invite Merlin into your checkbook. Couldn't hurt. Echo play Peter Cater. Oh no, all right, so the 5D is, it's here, man. It's here. All you have to do is tap in. The 3D really is falling away. And all you have to do is look in the mirror and realize the 3D is falling away. As you are morphing and feeling like you are morphing into this, like your body is like contorting and you're like, oh my God, I don't even know what's going on. It's because real change is happening for you. DNA codes have come in and they're changing up the main grid. They're changing up your main grid. What's your main grid? Past, memories, thought patterns, things that, do you ever catch yourself saying something negative and you're like, really? Catching those thoughts quickly and dispelling them. Cancel, clear, delete. Something will come in. I might be sitting on the toilet and you're just like, whatever. And something will come in. I'm like, oh my God, that's not my thought. It's not my thought. And brush it aside. Okay, let's raise it up. So I'm saying white diamond energy, sapphire, star sapphire, expansion in the heart, coming down through crown chakra, and lots of times open up your mouth during meditation and say, I am receiving anything that you want right now. Just do that. I know. I don't care. Just do it. Just breathe it in. It's feeding on spirit. It's feeding your soul. It's feeding your spirit, your innermost being. It's breathing in those high-tech energies, that high 5D energy. We're being transformed from the inside out. The inside out. I have to say it. So you can get caught up in saying, well, I go to this meditation, or I go do this, and I flew to Italy and attended this and this and this, and I flew. Okay, that's the same spirit in the church. Okay, that's the same spirit that's in the church. Your walk has to match your talk, and you could know all the right verbiage to say, and you've been to this conference, and maybe you know personally this person, and guess what? Nobody fucking cares. Nobody fucking cares. And if you care that they care, you got problems, man. It gets real simple real fast. All you have to do is, in dealing especially with toxic people, first of all, don't respond to them. That'll piss them off. Don't respond to them. It steals and takes away. It protects you, and it makes them go crazy. Don't respond. Ignore. I don't care if they're standing right in front of you and they're trying to talk to you. Just do your own thing. And I'm going to pick up this book and move it over here. Seriously, if you have people that are so, it's like they are vampire sucking energy people. You know who I'm talking about. And I don't care if they're your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your own child. You got to cut them off. Because, and don't, it's okay, because the last times as mamas, we're like, well, I can't cut off my baby. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Now, in the warrior spirit's like, I brought you in this world, I will take you out. But I could cut them off. Now, eventually, because I know I have a past history with this, with them, 3 months might go by. 6 months might go by. A year might go by. But then what happens? Mom, can you pray with me? Mom. And it's like, yeah, I can. I can. Because I am not wrapped up into their drama. I have not taken on them. I have not taken on them. We take on others. We take on all this bullshit every single day that is not ours. And that's why it's important to change your clothes, to not carry in yesterday's woes on today's clothes. If you get home from a store, you know, and you're just like, man, that person at the store had bad energy, man. Take your freaking clothes off. Take your shoes off. Wipe your shoes down with some Clark's wipes or something. Seriously, clear the energies. Sage them. Sage them. It's like when white women and I come home from some places, we're like, oh my God, we got to clear, we got to, you know, sage, you know, dance. Sometimes all I have to do is clap. Sometimes, you know, whatever. I digress. I'm feeling so much gratitude and love in my heart. And if I could just be your cheerleader today to say, it's okay. We're all transforming. We're all changing, and it's happening so fast, it's spinning our heads. And if a great day happens, be in bliss about it. If a fucking bad day happens, it's okay. Breathe. It's gonna pass too. It's gonna pass too. You can do so many healing things, Epsom salts, fast. You know, lots of times jump in a pool, go get in the lake. Change it up. Change up your energy. Change it up. It's simple stuff. I'm not asking you to do fucking gymnastics in your home. Simple stuff. Change your clothes. Light a candle. Light sage. You know, sit with yourself for a minute. Lots of times if you want real healing, sit in front of a mirror. Tell yourself, I love you. I see you. I see what you've been through. You're still here. You got some dark spots. You got some wrinkles. It's okay. I love you. I love your heart. I love your essence. And if nobody else loves you, it's okay. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. All right. Hugs and kisses to you all. Blessings to you this Easter. May your highest dreams and wishes and heartfelt things that just really strum on your heart, may they all come true. May the suffering end. May the bad times end. May sicknesses go away. Be healed. Be whole. All is well. And so it is. Morning Star. Peace out.